Hi, welcome to Ariztlan Presents. My name is Jim Covarrubias. We have a special guest today, my good buddy Aaron Yava. Aaron and I met, we were at ASU together, and Aaron is an artist consummate. He paints, he sculpts, he does practically everything visually that you can do with art. One of the exciting things that he does, one of the traditional things that he does as a Hopi, is to make Kachinas. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing pretty good today. Glad to be on the show.
Great. Tell us a little bit about Kachinas. Some folks don't really know what that is.
Well, Kachina means three things. It means the actual spirit, and it means the doll, and then a man that impersonates both the doll and the spirit puts on a mask and does the actual ceremony becomes a Kachina. So there's three different things that a Kachina is. So actually it's mostly the spirit of whatever form it is. And what we do, we have spirits of animals, birds, plants, stone, anything that has life form. So we make a Kachina out of it. And the Kachina dolls are used for educational purposes. So to keep on our tradition, we do that to instill our children, of the Kachina, how would you say, religion.
So Aaron, there's all kinds of Kachinas. There's Kachinas for animals, there's Kachinas for different nature elements like trees and clouds, etc. How many are there, more or less?
Basically about 360 known and about 400 spirits that they have in the actual dolls that the anthropologists have put in museums and things like that, and some have been drawn. We've had recent ones also come up like the pig, chicken, which were not known, a long time ago. So we made spirits out of those to spirit costumes and form out of those to appreciate for them. They give us eggs and cow milk, things like that. So the most recent one that people talk about is like the Mickey Mouse Kachina, and that's almost like a farce because there's a story going around that the elders wondered where, all the kids were looking at Mickey Mouse. They wondered, sure, he must be a spirit, some kind of big spirit mouse. And so they said, well, where do you find that Mickey Mouse? He said, oh, in Disneyland. So they said, got a bunch of group of elders and went over there to see what that Kachina was. So they went over there. That's the story of how the Mickey Mouse Kachina came into being.
Aaron, you say there's three types then. There's the spirit, there's the actual doll carving Kachinas, and then there's the people who put on the costumes. So for every one of the Kachinas, there is a costume person who wears Kachina. They come out at a particular time of the year in the villages, and this is in Hopi country where this happens. And can you tell the viewers where that is?
Okay, the Hopi country is in northern Arizona, and the place I was born at was Keams Canyon, which is east of Palaka, which we originally come from. It's the Tewa village on top. As soon as you go up, it's up there on the first. There's three villages up there, but we're the first ones. Mm-hmm. And originally we were acting as like mercenaries to the Hopis because of the Spanish Rebellion in 1680.
Did your grandfather led the revolt?
And my relation, yes. And he, some of his people came because of the, when the Spaniards came back, they, kind of mad. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the relatives came over there and settled over there in the Hopi country to act as mercenaries against the Navajos, the Utes, and all these other tribes. So that's how we became into being there. But being Pueblo, we're accepted there because all the Pueblos were all related. So we're like cousins in that sense.
So all three of those villages are Pueblo villages then?
All three, yes.
And they're up there in Keams Canyon?
Palaka. First mesa. There's other mesas, second mesa, third mesa, and further on west towards Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. So there's all...
So you brought that tradition with you from New Mexico, the Kachinas, and the Navajos now use Kachinas too, don't they?
Yes, well, the tradition that we brought on the Kachinas is all over the pueblos. All the pueblos have the Kachina religion. And the Navajos, coming from a different place, they sort of adapt it into the Kachina. So they have their own Kachinas, which are called ye'is. And they have mask figures too. And it's almost similar to the Kachinas because some have intermarried into it. So.
Now these Kachinas, for instance, some of them are like more in tune with like the winter, like the snow Kachinas and stuff. Is that when they come out in the village during that time of year? And is there a time when they all come out?
Yes, there is. Well, February, that's what they call the night dances. And it's wintertime and you got snow there, so the plazas, you can't dance out there. So they have a kiva dances. And in there, that's when the important Kachinas come out, and the more sacred ones that hardly people see, and mostly related to the first growth germination of that season. So those are the Kachinas that come out then. And yes, there is have a specific time when the Kachinas do come out.
Now, are these passed down in tradition? Is there some that are passed down in the tribe itself?
Yes, it depends on what clan you are. See, some like my clan is mostly related to the Kachina clan. Kachina and sand, which is earth. And we have a little bear in us. And so that's handed down. And so like all the Kachinas that deal with the earth, that's mainly us. And actually just like painting the Kachina and working with Kachinas, that's part of our clan, so we're accepted.
Okay. And what are these made out of? I mean, this obviously is wood, but what kind of wood is it?
What we use is cottonwood root. And because cottonwood root, that's the only tree around there, basically, that's really easy to carve. And so it's really light and porous. It's between balsa and soft pine. And so before we had modern tools, they used to use flint knives to just basically carve out the form. So that's why I was telling you that the ones that they found a long time ago were just basic carvings with feathers. And to sand that, they would to finish it, they would use the sandstone on a mesa. There's different grits there. You can just pick up a little piece of stone and use that. And after that, there's white clay, and you use that as like a gesso. Then after that, you get your mineral paints and paint your design, and then the feathers added on.
Now, here, all the things here, this is all carved out of wood, even the feathers, everything is made out of wood. And what is this particular Kachina?
This is a more contemporary work that I'm doing, and basically it means two things to me. It means the sun and the early morning. This is the sun Kachina, our symbol, Pueblo symbol, and on the other side, that's the early morning, the dawn. And so I put these two together, to show that the relationship between the two.
Here in the dawn, there's like a pine tree, and this is a pine bough around here around the neck. What are the other symbols here, Aaron?
This side of the figure represents Talaviai, and he's the early morning, dawn, Kachina. And so how to identify him is through the mask. Well, all the Kachinas you identify through the mask. But this represents the, in Flagstaff, you see all the forest, spruce, and then the early morning, it's, turquoise. And so the sun rays coming up. Then on the other side is the sun after the dawn. So we have these little spirits of certain times. And the sun coming up, representing growth, and a flower coming up, and him with a rattle shaking that he's coming. The other side, the early morning, you hear the real melody of early morning, birds chirping and things like that. So that's why they use an old church bell Tinky, 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 tinky. So that's what it represents. All the costumes have a meaning, and they're all for rain, growth.
Now, all the rest of this, the robe and everything, is that a wool, or is this made out of hide?
They're made out of cotton. So we used to grow cotton out there, Hopi cotton, and we grew cotton and we did our own weaving, and the men of the tribe did the weaving, and so they're the ones that make most of the designs.
And this, since you said the men did the weaving and grew the cotton, this is mainly a men's tradition, isn't it?
The religion, yes.
And so the Kachinas, even if it is like the corn mother Kachina, these are all men.
Yes, because it's almost similar to like the Masonic belief. You know, it's secret.
Right. And there's initiations like the Masonic and
yes,
you know, the secret rites,
right.
etc. Great. And are these costumes passed on from, you know,
They're passed on.
So they're taken care of, and the carvings are.
And
you know, kids are always fascinated by the mud-head Kachina. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Is that a real early Kachina too?
that's there's a lot of stories on him too. And the one I have heard quite a bit is that he's the first man to emerge from the underworld, which we believe we came from. And the mud man was doing at ASU artwork on other different, like New Guinea, they have a mud person too also that emerges from the earth. And so we believe that he was the first man to emerge from the Grand Canyon. Sapalpa'u, right there is the womb of Mother Earth. It's deep, it's a mile deep. Okay, from that point, the first man emerged. But if you look around the canyon walls there's all different colors of sand, mud, rock. So the first man that came out was the mud man, and time, elements eroded him to the form that we are today. That's one belief. And there's others. He's a fun maker, and he's a man.
And where did that happen?
By traditions, the Tewas have a place in on the Rio Grande, which they believe they emerged from, and the Hopis of the other pueblos believe they came from the Grand Canyon, right? Just by the lodge, I say about a mile away from the lodge.
Okay, so this is cottonwood.
Cottonwood, it's the traditional wood that we use, and it's the root. It's not the branches or any part. And basically, the cottonwood is around the reservation, and it's a water-seeking source. So therefore, its relationship to water, it's kind of spiritual. So it goes that way. And cottonwood, it's between balsa and soft pine when you carve it. So a long time ago, they used basic tools to carve it. Today, the basic tools that we use is the saw, a rasp, and a rat tail file, chisel, and a regular carving knife. This is just a regular kitchen knife, but it works good.
You modified it?
Modified, yes. And those are the basic tools I used to carve a Kachina.
Of course, you sand it too when you get the fine
Sand it,
detail
yes.
on
I used different grits. And then finishing it, I do oil stains. I don't do the traditional watercolors. Well, if I have to, yes, I will, but mostly it's just oil stains. Because I'm thinking that my work's going to be at least 500 years with proper care with oil and the wood treated.
So it's meant to last a long
Yes.
time. Great. So, Aaron, could you demonstrate a little bit of the Kachina carving? Did you see how pliable this cottonwood root is for us?
Yes, I will. I like to show you that. But the ones I'm going to show you right now is the basic Kachina, which is a lot faster than the intricate stuff.
Okay.
So, and when you first start carving, you basically put it in 4 different parts: the head, the body, and the legs, the knee part, that's about it. Once you get that zeroed in, then all you do is use the first tool here. Okay, that's your head.
Aaron, this manner of carving, is this by tradition? Is this something that is spiritual, in a sense?
Well, this style of carving is basically what the old style of carving, and it is mostly just traditional work. You can see the arms are starting to come out.
Right. How do you decide which Kachina it is? Do you do that?
It's by the mask.
Or by the mask, huh?
And the costumes they wear. Okay, from that, then I go to the knees.
Did you learn this from somebody? Was there a particular tutor you had with Kachinas? Or did you just pick this up from a lot of different people?
I did start out with my uncles, and other people are carvers, so I just picked it up from.
Because I know that you've with your nephew Noof and some of these people, you've taught them some of the ideas. So this is custom to teach your family.
Right, it is. I also do other contemporary work like these, and those are quite different than the actual Kachina with the legs form.
Mm-hmm.
So
you do your own style?
I do my own style. A lot of the contemporary work you see today are from the younger generation, which you would say the old offsprings of the Santa Fe artwork.
Mm-hmm. And you studied at the Indian Institute in Santa Fe, didn't you?
Yes, I went to school there 3 years. That's when it was first being formed.
And they took kids from reservation, and they took kids with talent to go over there, and
yes.
And a lot of you now have become famous artists. You know, I mean, most of you have become famous artists. One of your instructors was Fritz Scholder, who we're going to have in the program later on, and we're with him this last week. He said to say hello to you.
Oh, hey. Oh, Fritz. He was my advanced painting teacher.
Uh-huh.
And nice time over there at that place. I learned a lot of things, actually, because we had the freedom to explore in the arts.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't constricted.
Did they have you do traditional things too? Did they want to see some of that, or it was just more modern?
Both. We had people that did a lot of traditional work and just refined it, you know, using techniques, but still traditional. That's what that school was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's your basic form.
So now we've got the head, and we've got this collar here, and we've got the arms, and then the skirt, and the legs. In just a few minutes, you've mapped out now the basic. What is this one going to be, Aaron? What Kachina is this going to be?
I don't really know till I start working on the mask.
So you just let that evolve a little bit then,
yes.
huh? And then it naturally comes out, and then you decide.
This particular piece is a more contemporary work that I'm doing, and it represents a seal humus, which means like going home. This is Quio, the wolf Kachina, representing the spirit of the wolf. This is the horse Kachina. This represents one of the earth Kachinas, the white clay Kachina. This is the great horned owl woman. Represents the mother of all the great horned owls. Okay, this is a seal humus Kachina, the going home Kachina. This is a delight maker, the Tewa clown, our tribe. This is a Palikmana, one version of the butterfly maiden. This particular Kachina represents the shooting thunder.